Overgrowth. Because that is the next map. With Tomikus in the orange playing for Team DK spawning in the top right. And Complain in the green playing for Team Cascade spawning in the bottom left. Now usually when I see Terran players pick this map, immediately Proxy Turax comes to my mind. Like, immediately. Or a Hellbat opening, maybe. Or any kind of quick aggression, you know, maybe something like a 60 Marine 2 medevac timing. Because this map is very small. It's the smallest map currently in the tournament map pool, so maybe that's why Complain chose it, or has chosen it. So far, no proxy shenanigans going to be happening. Just a normal barracks opening, not at the wall though, so Complain not actually trying to conceal any information from Tomikus. At least not just yet. And Tomikus just going to open normally, 15 hatch. And get a pool and a gas afterwards. Normally on bigger maps you can just get a gas and then a pool. On smaller maps it's usually safer to go for a pool before gas. Tomikus once more being very annoying with this drone of his. Again, forcing Complain to micro his SCVs around. There's the pool going up, and should be followed up by gas as well. Or Tomikus might open with 4 queens and no gas at all. That's also a possibility. Again, stealing the gas of his opponent. Nicely done. Does manage to squeeze an Overlord in there as well. And continues to drone up all the way to 18, I think. And you know this is a good position for the gas to take, because he's going to see the barracks. So he'll know how many Marines and how quickly are being produced. If there's a pause in production, he'll see the SCVs being produced as well. Well, he does cancel. Scouts the natural base, sees the expansion going up, so good news all around. And he might go for another bust on this map, but I think he's not going to take his opponent by surprise 2 times in a row, as he did on the first map. So maybe he'll go for a different type of all-in? Just instead of Link Baneling, he'll go for something like Baneling Roach. Which, if you go for 3 command centers this quickly, and Tomikus, by the way, is going to scout it. So if you go for 3 command centers this quickly and you don't go into Banshees afterwards, or in general, if you don't have Banshees against Roach, Baneling, all-ins, it's very, very difficult to stop. Which, Complain, I think he was kind of prepared for that eventuality in game number 1, because he did get Marauders with the second barracks. So in case that was Baneling Roach, he probably would have been able to defend a little bit better. And again, Tomikus taking the gas, the second gas, getting the Baneling nest. He might be going for the same strategy once more. Let's see how much will he drone up. That's what I want to see. Where does he stop droning? Does have the supply for a couple more drones, but starts link production instead. 32 workers. I think you want to stop at 34 with this type of attack, I think. Maybe 32. No! 32. And he goes straight into link production as well. Now, what has Complain seen? He didn't see the second gas, he didn't see the link flood coming in, so nothing conclusive for him. He does start building those additional bunkers anyway. So he definitely smells something in the air. Otherwise, the entire build he's doing right now is exactly the same as it was last game around. Maybe the defense will be slightly better for him, but at the same time this map is slower, so reinforcing distance is shorter as well, which means the attack will come slightly quicker or slightly faster, and the follow-ups will be just waves after waves after waves of zerglings. Complain is going to check if there are any units over here. No? Not checking the watchtower. Big mistake. And this Ling is going to deny even more vision for Complain. He doesn't know this is coming. He does scan the natural, he sees the Baneling nest, and he sees the gas there. And he immediately starts dropping down additional bunkers. This is going to have to be some expertly pulled off defense for him if he wants to stay alive with this. 1, 2, 3, all the bunkers have gone down. The SCVs are forced to fight as well, but no Banelings remaining for Tomikus. That's the difference between game number 1 and game number 2. Not too many Lings remaining neither, but here come the reinforcements. The wall is not being rebuilt. Tomikus not actually going in straight away. And the Hellion, I think this time around Complain might do this. This time around Complain might be able to defend. Cancels the bunker immediately, and with the number of Hellions that he has right now, I think he's going to be just fine. If he plays his cards right, that is. There's a semi-wall off at the left side so far. Still a couple of Lings inside the base finally have been taken out. And wow, Tomikus is completely all in at this point. More Banelings being morphed in. These Hellions, I mean, the wall needs to be rebuilt. You can't just... There we go. And here come the Banelings as well. No cancels on that one. Yeah, this would not have been a prime target for Baneling busting. But again, no Banelings left for Tomikus. He tries to go for this round, but the Hellions are in a better position this time around. And well, I hate to say it, but it's not going to work, Tomikus. I think Complain is going to defend, unless you can somehow just pick him apart. Like this. The most Tomikus can hope for here, I think, is just denying mining from the natural base, getting a couple of SCV kills. Because with 2 barracks worth of production, 1 factory and a starport, Complain is going to stabilize. And he did not lose as much as the last time around. Now, if Complain, however, makes the mistake of thinking, okay, this is over, he's not continuing this, whereas the opposite would be true, then he could very well sustain big losses. As we can see, maybe he thinks this is over. He did not rebuild his wall. Here come the Banelings once more. The Hellions are trying to target those down. Banelings are fairly small, but the army is all clumped up into the corner. Nice pickup there, saving a couple of these units. But all in all, Tomikus, wow, his persistence is just so admirable. Has he done it? I don't know, those Hellions, they're having a pretty cost-effective engagement, but look at the reinforcements already streaming in. The natural, in the very least, is just gone. This command center is being repaired, so that's not going to go down. For Tomikus, 22 more Lings on the way. Complain could have stabilized, but he was just a little bit careless there. Or just, you know, maybe an error in judgment. Tomikus immediately taking advantage of that, and we'll just try to finish him off in a quick manner. However, Stim is done. 1-1 is just about to be completed. These Banelings will not be as effective as they were up until this point. Tomikus will have to manage his Baneling hits, you know, the targeting with the Banelings very well. The wall is quite sturdy on top of the ramp as well. And here come the Banelings. The Stim is done. Not very many Marines over here, however. But still too many Banelings. They're going for the SCVs once more. Not getting too many of them. Refocusing on the army. Not too many Marines. And Complain, well, maybe he will end up losing after all. More Lings are streaming inside the main base. And, well, 32 drones, 27 SCVs, army supply still fairly equal. Good positioning for the Marines, and it's just Lings at this point. All Complain has to do is block that wall, and... Oh! This is just... He's like, okay, I'm going to try to take my natural again. And Tomikus is like, well, if it didn't work the first 3 times, let me try the 4th time. And at this point, we can definitely say that Tomikus is behind. He has to win with this. I just don't know if it can be done, quite frankly. Without Baneling speed, it's... I don't know if this is doable. In between the Hellions, the Bio, the upgrades, Stim, 3 orbitals... I'm not so sure anymore. I think Tomikus blew this one, definitely. And Complain, you know... Very patient defense, not tapping out too early, knowing that he can actually do this. And Tomikus refusing to give up, just reinforcing with more and more and more lings until his main is mined out, which it very soon will be. Well, it has couple more minutes going for it because it wasn't saturated fully, but still. Wow, 17 more banelings. This is just insane. But it's not like Tomikus has any other option at this point in the game. If he backs off from the pressure and tries to take a 3rd base and tries to drone up, he'll die to a counterattack pretty much. So this is Tomikus' last try, and the medevacs pick up everything, unload behind the wall. Nice splits from Complain, and Tomikus forced to GG out after a 16-minute long all-in.